Hello, my name is Bill Kozlowski, and this presentation is one in a series that I'll be doing and placing on YouTube covering topics in what I call medical digital networks. These are topics that I consider important in both health, IT, and telemedicine. For this presentation, I'll be showing the test that I did of the recently released Google Desktop Voice Search. This service was introduced just recently, the middle of this month, and when you open up the main web page for Google Search, if you see the microphone icon within the search entry box, then you know the service is available. What you do, you click on it using the mouse, and then you'll get the prompt telling you to speak now, and as you're speaking into the microphone, you'll see the level indicated by the boxes. For this particular test, I used my laptop with a headset microphone, and I purposely tried to choose challenging medical terms to see if I can get this service to fail. The first term that I'm using is Onychomycosis, which is a fungal infection of the nail, typically of the toenails. In this case, when I spoke the term, it came up with a misspelling, and unfortunately, by substituting an I for the Y, it brought up websites that misspelled the term, and I would not consider these reliable websites to investigate this particular disease. Although, as you can see where it says did you mean, you have the opportunity of clicking on the correct spelling to search for the term. The next term that I chose is Sjögren's syndrome. This was named after a Swedish surgeon, Henrik Sjögren. What this is, it's an autoimmune disease affecting the exocrine glands that produce tears and saliva. In this case, even though it's misspelled within the search box, it did produce hits from reliable websites describing the syndrome. The next term, Xerostomia, is a consequence of Sjögren's syndrome. What this is, literally in Greek, it means dry mouth. In this case, it did spell it correctly within the search box, and it did bring up some sites. However, the first site is Wikipedia, which I would not consider necessarily a reliable source of medical information. However, as you can see in a third hit, you have an entry in the Mayo Clinic website. The next is also an autoimmune disease, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and even though in the search bar it says Guillain-Barré syndrome, it does bring up the correct spelling in a reliable website, so I consider this a success. This next term, I expected it to fail. This is Cri du Chat, which is a French term meaning cry of the cat. This is a deletion of chromosome 5p, and it manifests itself in infants by a mewing cry that they produce as a result of problems they have with the larynx and the nervous system. What you can see in the entry box is greedy shop and has nothing to do with the medical term. So what I did, I included the word syndrome, Cri du Chat syndrome, and as you can see, it correctly identifies the medical term, and the first result is a support group from Australia. So in summary, I would say that I would use this service. It definitely improves the speed of your workflow. However, it doesn't always put reliable medical websites at the top of the results. So you have to search down until you find one that you're satisfied with. It also demonstrates a need for sites that provide the correct pronunciation of medical terms, and this I had to do for some of the terms I use today. What I think would be even faster would be a spoken macro that the browser would listen for, and if you were to say something like open Google Voice, it would automatically activate the microphone and allow you to begin speaking in your search term. As I said, this is one of a number of presentations I'll be doing on the various topics that I consider important. I'll be putting these videos, these narrated PowerPoint presentations, on my YouTube channel. Also, I'll talk about the issues on my blog and also Twitter when appropriate. And if you go to my LinkedIn page, you can see the type of work that I'm doing as far as researching and writing about these topics. Thank you.